Hey there, Steve Hanley from HardcoreGamer.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Neo Geo X Mega Pack. This was just released by Tomo about a week ago now, and it was sold online only at retailers like Amazon.com, GameStop, Best Buy, and a few others. And unfortunately, it was never available in the stores, much like the Neo Geo X itself. It retails for $79.99 and includes 15 games. You got World Heroes 2 Jet, Samurai Showdown 3, Kazuna Encounter, Garu, Metal Slug, Top Hunter, Savage Rain, Blue Journey, The Path of the Warrior, KOF 96, Sengoku, Shock Troopers, Last Blade, Blazing Star, and no one cares about the soccer game, unfortunately. But it's there, 15 games, and overall, it's good quality. There's not a lot of filler like the Neo Geo X unit had itself. So this came into us a few days ago, straight from Tomo, and it's in its original packaging. I do have to admit that I did fib a little bit, and this is not quite in unboxing, as I did open it up a few days ago to write our article that you can see right now, featured on HardcoreGamer.com. So, be as it may, I did repackage it the best I could, so hopefully this works still for you. So as you can see, it comes in this nice plastic covering. Much like the Neo Geo X itself, it has really nice packaging. You can see up close here that there's some nice little Neo Geo stickers on the top and bottom, and this is just kind of a nice little extra, because really they didn't have to do this. It's a strong case, but you know, makes it seem a little higher quality. So let's get it open. And I would have got it back together correctly, but I cannot figure out what these do. Now, it comes in this pretty nice box. This is actually a replica of a Neo Geo AES box. As some have pointed out, it's not quite exact. The original boxes, which I do not currently have, I have my MVS collection here, which comes in shock boxes, but I can show you one of those later. Now, the differences mainly are that a lot of the AES boxes had magnetic clasps. As you can see here, this one, though, is a snap lock, so it's a little bit different there. Other than that, the finish on the box is a little, see it there, a little rough, where it's a lot more smooth on the original AES box. But, you know, other than that, it is a solid box. It's pretty hefty. This is solid construction. It's not it's no joke. If you ever had the Neo Geo Pocket color boxes from Europe, you'll kind of know what to expect. Those are very similar in their type. And I'll go ahead and grab a few of those later on in the video just to show you the quality of both. So, the insert, professionally printed. It's nice. I take it out, but I don't want to go through the nightmare of positioning correctly with this spine. The spine itself, you got the megs, which is a nice touch. Again, AES did that. You have the game names on there. The back of the box, kind of see some pictures. Tomo's nice old big logo, SNK Playmore. So honestly, it's a visually appealing package. It's the sort of thing that if you saw it sitting at a game shop, especially like some local place, you might think, hey, not too bad, not too bad. So let's get it open. As you see, clasp, a little different. So one thing, as you just saw that happen, is when it opens up, all the menus kind of go flying, and that's something that kind of bugs me a little bit, if only because there should be a little clasp or hook right there to hold them. But you know what? You don't get it all, so what can you do? Now, insert-wise, we have two things. The first is the upgrade manual, which is necessary to play this thing, and this is for the rocket cable. Open it up. You have quite a lot of instructions, to be honest with you, for a very, very simple step, or what should be simple, but as we'll explain a little bit, it is anything but. So this is very necessary. Other than that, we have this very nicely printed manual. It's printed on, the only issue I have with it, not sure if the video can capture this or not, but the spine is one of those spines where the pages are all kind of glued in. So the binding, if you ever buy auto manuals like Chilton's or anything like that, the spine is very similar to that, whereas like it's a little bit of glue, and if you flip through it a lot and open it really wide, oops, shouldn't have done that. The pages might start falling out. But you know what? it's a collector's item, so just be careful with it, and it should be okay. So the front, you got all the logos. The back, you have Tomo, SNK Playmore. Again, their logos. So let's flip through this guy a little bit. This thanks you for purchasing some mediocre grammar. It says, we really appreciate your support, and your support will help us continue to release new games for your console. A little bit of redundancy there, but I'll let it slide. Maybe they should hire us to proofread it next time. So we got Art of Fighting 3, and so each page, as you'll see in a little bit, you got the AES artwork right there, and you have a game overview, release date, shows you the story and the controls. The controls, this part seems a little thrown together, just kind of like, I don't know what it is about it, but it just seems like it was kind of thrown in. But it's overall though, it's a nice looking little layout there. I mean, it makes you feel like you got a little connection to the game. And this is a day and age where there are no menus anymore, so that's always nice. Blazing Star, we'll flip through them all a little bit here just to show you every page in here. Blues Journey, Garu, which should definitely be a fan favorite, right? Because it's still considered one of the best fighting games of all time, so that's always nice to have. We have Kazuna Counter, which is underrated fighter. King of Fighters 96. This is kind of an odd duck in the collection because, as you know, King of Fighters 98 is a premier King of Fighters, so they've released, I believe, on the last collection, was it 94? I'm not quite sure. And this is 96, so again, they're getting there. They're getting closer to the best game, but I'm not quite sure why they didn't want to include it. Probably because, hey, you know what, they're going to make another collection, and why put our best fighting games all in this one? But 96 is no slouch, and it's definitely playable, so we'll let it go. Last Blade, again, one of the best Neo Geo fighters. Last Blade 2 is better, but, you got to start somewhere. Again, next collection, I'm sure we'll see that. Metal Slug 2, one of the best Metal Slugs in my opinion. Slowdown is present here because this is an emulation. It's not like the Wii collection. So if the slowdown bugs the crap out of you, then you might not like it. I for one, have never been bothered by the slowdown because, hey, you know what? This game's hard enough as is. Why not slow it down just a little bit, right? Samurai Showdown 3, Savage Rain, Sengoku. Sengoku's a side-scroller, so for people who aren't into just fighting games, there's another little option for you there that you might think, right, kind of looks like a fighting game, but it's not, and it's actually a good game, and there's 3 of them. Shock Troopers, this one is really interesting, not just because Shock Troopers is a great game, which it is, and it's very good multiplayer, so if you were one of the people lucky enough to get an additional joystick, definitely hook it in and play this game because this is a fun time. But what's notable about this release, and they don't mention it anywhere, and they even show a AES artwork right there, and this actually, I believe, is not even correct. I believe it's a Shockbox artwork because Shock Troopers was never released on AES. It was only an MVS game, which means it was only in the arcades. And the AES version was actually a conversion of the MVS game. So what's cool about this is it gives a little bit of hope. I don't know, maybe Tomo just never really realized that, and they think it is an AES game because Shock Troopers is pretty popular. But hopefully they did, and what that would mean is more MVS-only games, more CD-only games. I'm thinking maybe some Cross Swords 2, some Bust-A-Move. Hey, who knows? Maybe some Neo Geo Pocket Color. We'll have to see. But it is exciting. We have the next... Oh, yeah, no one cares. We have Top Hunter, which is also a great platformer. Don't overlook that one. World Heroes 2 Jet, which is by far the best World Heroes and one of the only playable ones by today's standards. Besides that, we have some notes here. That's old-fashioned, right? That's always fun. Yeah. Limited warranty. And in the packaging shots, they kind of make this whole package look more expansive and bigger than it is. They show these like big sticker sheets, but really, as you can see, these sticker sheets are actually just in the manual. But you know what? Hey, whatever. I'm sure no one's ever going to use these because it'll no longer be a collectible, but they're here, and they're pretty good quality. I mean, it's actual stickers. The pages are a little thicker, and I would really like to put that Shock Trooper sticker on my car. So maybe what? I'll be the first one to use it. Got some nice generic stickers there. And that's it. Hopefully the binding holds up, but it is a very nicely printed quality manual. So I am impressed by this. I am impressed. Now, so we've shown you this, and also in the box we have this little insert, which just warns you to please, for the love of God, do the firmware correctly, because if you don't, well, we'll get to that in a little bit. Besides that, we have this foam insert, which doubles as a carrying case for the Neo Geo X. So I hope that this is not what they meant when they said, hey, we're going to do a travel case for the Neo Geo X, because really, yeah. Sorry, pouch that you can slip your console in, because that would be nice. But you know what? For now, my Neo Geo X has just been on my desk and getting incredibly dusty. So this is actually, a decent solution. So, yeah. So the most exciting part of this, which really shouldn't be, but it is this rocket cable. And yeah, this is it. Not too much. Not too much. It's just a little adapter. This is what they've been touting as the rocket high-speed cable, which sounds a lot cooler than it actually is. What it really is this little adapter, and the adapter actually hooks into your AC adapter from the Neo Geo X Gold collection, and it hooks into the port right there, as you can see, and this end hooks into the Neo Geo X. Now what this allows you to do is you can actually charge your Neo Geo X without the behemoth that is the Neo Geo AES console shell, whatever that thing was. And the thing is, at this point, like I wrote in my article, this is not really a viable home console anymore. It's a handheld, and man, docking that thing has just been a pain. And I didn't play my Neo Geo X for about a month, and I literally forgot the steps. Like, they warn you, you have to have the docking station on and the Neo Geo X off. And I was just so scared, like, man, I don't want to plug this in and come home and my house has exploded, that I just did not play my Neo Geo X for a month there, because I just didn't have time to look into how to actually charge it. So this is cool, because you just plug this right into your wall. Now you can take it on trips with you without taking the shell thing, and you're good to go. What else this does is it actually gives you the firmware. The new firmware is only available for people who buy this set or one of the $24.99 volumes. So that is kind of screwed up, because firmware should be free, and by forcing you to buy more of their product to get the firmware sounds a little rotten. It sounds like something, if Microsoft tried it, that people would just